gonna come in. He's not responding, but I'm gonna go ahead and come in. I maybe give him a signal. Maybe he can visually see me. Unresponsive means that he is unable to respond. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's unconscious, right? He could be unconscious too. Okay, come in here, wash hands, put gloves on. I'm gathering up my supplies in the bathroom. I'm coming over here. I'm locking here and I'm pulling the privacy curtain. I come over here. Chip, it is Chad. I am here to provide some routine oral hygiene for you. He's not going to be able to assist us. We're going to talk through the entire skill though, because he may be alert and may be able to pay attention. Okay, I'm gonna lower the head of the bed because I have to move him. Anytime I have to move him, remember I have to lower the head of the bed. The actual bed goes up to a proper working height. Chip, I'm raising you up so I don't have to bend over. We'll say that, Jesus, you guys really have this low. I'm gonna raise you up actually a little bit more just so I don't actually have to bend over. Because I'm old. Hopefully you get a younger caregiver next time you're stuck with it. I'm going to lay out a barrier. This would go on my overbed table that's on wheels that I would be able to move to the side, right? For now, I'm just gonna set it here though. I can set my supplies out. My supplies, just so you know, and these should be on the front of your skill sheets. I've got a cup that has probably 50-50 or whatever type of cleaning solution they're using there. I've got a dry one here. I've got my emesis basin here, and I've got his lip balm there. His teeth, of course, are in his mouth. And I could bring in a tongue depressor with me as well. Chip, I am going to need to turn you towards me so we can go ahead and do this oral hygiene for you. So I'm going to be moving you and assisting you to turn. I'm going to expose him, but only for demonstration purposes. Right now he is positioned, we'll say in the middle of the bed. To be able to turn him towards me, what should I do first? I need to move him to the other side of the bed, otherwise what's gonna happen? Yeah. He's gonna be too close to the edge of the bed, right? Chip, I'm gonna move you across. I'm sorry you don't have any clothes on. Move him in sections. First section, upper. We're always working from head to toe. I'm gonna work underneath his hip. I'm gonna come underneath here, move underneath his hips. I'm gonna come down to his bottom, move down here. Okay. Now, going to place this arm across his chest. This one I can also place across his chest, or I can place this kind of up and out, whatever your preference is. I usually do it like that. And then to get his momentum coming this direction, I'm going to place his far leg pointed over this direction. That'll help him get some momentum to come this way, right? Makes sense? Chip, on the count of 3, I'm going to be turning you towards me. I'm gonna try and use proper body mechanics, shoulder width apart, grab across his shoulder, grab across his hip, and I turn him over. Now I can start positioning him, and as you can see, once his arm is there, it's gonna help stabilize him. His arm is here, he's stabilized. We're ready to go. Chip, I've got you turned here. I've got a barrier here. I'm going to place this underneath here. I could have actually put that there before I turned him. It would have been right in position. I've got that there. I can place the emesis basin underneath of his mouth there to catch any drool or anything else. Okay, now I've got him positioned and we're in good shape. If I was doing just turn towards, you would have done it just like that, and that was pretty much the end of your skill. Got it? Without the basin and that kind of stuff, obviously. Now, I'm getting ready to brush his teeth. They would be like this, basically, right? He'd be laying in bed, they'd be like this. And I'm going to use my tongue depressor if I've got one. Use my tongue depressor, or I can use my thumb to open up his jaw, open up his mouth by pulling on his lower jaw. I do that, I have access to his entire mouth. Now I'm ready to get started, and I'm going to take my first swab, and I'm going to get out any excess solution, okay? I don't want too much solution in there because I don't want it pooling up in his mouth or going down his throat because he's a choking risk, right? And now what am I gonna do? Just like I do with routine oral hygiene. Okay, I'm gonna go around here. I could say that I could check his care plan as well. If so allowed, I could use a toothbrush, toothpaste, just like we did with routine oral hygiene, using limited amounts of toothpaste. Got it? But I'm going to, for demo purposes, just show you with the swab, okay? I go here, as soon as this gets dirty, gunky, whatever, in emesis basin or in garbage bag, right? Get a new one, get out any excess solution, and I'm gonna move on to the chewing surfaces, okay? Discard, continue this process, getting all areas of the teeth, any excess out. Inside, getting the palate, gums, roof of the mouth, discarding that. Okay, keep doing this. Go to the lowers, getting everything here, discarding each time, getting excess out, chewing surfaces inside of the teeth, including the tongue, right? Discarding each time. I've got all surfaces of the mouth done. I have one dry swab. That's why I like to keep it out here so I can visually see it. I've got one dry swab left. What am I going to do with this one? I'm going to go down into the lower buccal area, which if he's laying like this, I would go down in here into his cheek, basically. I call it the buccal area. Go down to his cheek, and I'm just checking to make sure if I got any too much excess fluid in there, I get that taken care of with this swab before I turn him back into a supine position. Does that make sense? Discard. All done with this. Closed mouth. His mouth is closed now. I'm back here pretty much. Chip, we got you taken care of. I can remove the basin here. All this stuff I'm pretty much done with. I've still got my lip balm out there where I can visually see it. Chip, I'm going to go ahead and wipe off that mouth. We've got all the excess solution out of there. You're all clean and ready to go. Roll that inwards. Discard that into the soiled linens. Chip, got one last thing here I want to do. I'm going to apply some of your chapstick there. Apply some chapstick. We get ready to turn him back, so I'm going to want to take off my gloves. I might have slobber on them. Take off my gloves, sanitize my hands, and put new gloves back on. Chip, turning you back into a supine position. We got you all cleaned up, ready to roll here. I'm going to push him back. Which side is he on now? He's on the far side, so I need to pull him back into the center. Chip, moving you back into the center. There we go. Underneath here. Underneath here. We've got him centered back into the middle of the bed. He's all centered. He's ready to go. I've got gloves on. They should still be clean at this point. If I needed to for some reason, I can change my gloves there, but you really need to lower back to the lowest position. Chip, I'm going to put you back where your care plan says you can be, something like that. Whatever the care plan says. There's your call light, so you can buzz me if you need me. Anything else you need? He does not respond. Just take that as a no. Gather up my supplies, roll this inwards, sanitize underneath there if I need to. I lock this, I open this. I come out here, anything I can discard from soiled linens, I go ahead and do so. The rest of the stuff, there's stuff I throw away, I throw that away. If there's stuff I clean and sanitize it. I take my gloves off, I wash my hands, I go out the door, and I report and record.